Today I go through the Revamp 2.0 of my worship guitar pedalboard, the big version. Let's dive in. So this is the pedal board. Now when I was building this board, the artist I was playing with is a lot of different funk sounds. He even has some country influences. So I wanted to make sure that I had the tone requirements there to be able to make those kinds of sounds. Now what you'll see here, it's very similar to the pedal board I made last time, but I've made some significant changes to my sound and the layouts. Now there are some pedals that you guys already know, the first one being that double barrel. Now you've heard the double barrel before, I'm not going to play it again, but essentially it is that simple transparent overdrive. Sounds very good for all guitars of all shapes and sizes. And then of course you know my good old favorites, the Timeline and the Big Sky from Strymon. Now the big things I've changed are the compressor, the chorus I'm using, and a new pedal, the Deco Saturator by Strymon. Now, I will start off with the compressor I'm using. I'm using the Cali 76 Compact Deluxe compressor. The 1176 compressor has been used on rock records everywhere, but I really like the sound of this compressor. It has really great headroom, uses 9 to 18 volt DC power. And what I appreciate about the people at Origin Effects is that they're built like tanks and they sound incredible. There is no better pedal on the market today, this kind of optical compressor, than the Cali 76. And you'll know that compressor is activated when that red light turns orange. So I'm going to play some tone through it, get you guys an idea for how this compressor sounds. It's an art to hear the different sounds of a compressor, but pretty much it's very smooth compression. I love the sound of it. I could make it punchy, but one cool feature of the Cali 76 I really enjoy is that dry knob in the top left-hand corner here. That dry knob allows me to introduce some actual non-compressed guitar signal back into my rig so it doesn't sound completely mixed by the compressor. Now what's really cool about that is that it lets me have a little bit more breathability, lets me have the compressor sound and the original sound all in one. Now the next pedal I'm using and down the line is going to be that Gemini Chorus. I love Source Audio. They make a couple of very incredible pedals. Noted their Ventris, which is their reverb, and the Collider, which is like a combo pedal. They make some great delays, some great reverbs. They also make incredible chorus sounds. And what I really appreciate about Source Audio is that all the Source Audio pedals, you can plug in USB into a MacBook and tweak the living crap out of every preset you make. Now I've got this simply on stock, so you guys can hear the stock sounds coming from the Gemini, but I'll use a chorus in worship music to add a little bit of texture and nuance to songs that maybe have an extra chorus or two that need a little extra something something so the guitar can stand out. Now you guys of course know the sounds of my Big Sky and Timeline. So I love the Big Sky and the Timeline. Now there are more powerful reverb and delay pedals on the market, but for the amount of money you spend on reverb, it better sound great, and I sincerely enjoy my Big Sky and my Timeline. Now the other big shift I made in this pedal board compared to others is that I introduced essentially an outboard pedal. So as far as the signal flow is concerned, it's very important that this pedal stays at the very end of my chain. That's because I want the entire sound of my pedal board and my guitar to be affected by this one pedal. And that pedal is the Deco Tape Saturator from Strymon. And what I really like about the Deco Tape Saturator is that it essentially mimics the sound of reel-to-reel tape. Now you have a left side of the reel and a right side of the reel virtually in the Deco Strymon, and the way you set the Deco Strymon is you set that second reel off from the other. So what I've got going on is I simply have the Deco Tape Saturator only using the tape saturation side of the pedal, which is the actual right side. Now the other side of the Deco Tape Saturator is going to be essentially a boost. I do not want to introduce any boost into my signal. I don't think it's really needed, and I wouldn't really use it in a live situation, but if I wanted to add a little more to the reel, I could do that. But what I've got going on is I've got just enough tape saturation to taste. We're not in chorus range, we're not in delay range, but what I've got here is really going to add to the body of the sound and make it extremely warm, which is kind of what I want in my music. I really want to have a warm sounding guitar, even on my high parts. Let me play some of this Deco Tape Saturator. We'll compare on and off on this pedal. Now, the Deco Tape Saturator isn't going to be as overblown as you think it might be, because really when you offset tape on a reel-to-reel, it can give you this echoey delay type sound. I've pretty much got these reels synced up to the source guitar tone, but what you're going to find I'm going to introduce into my signal path is a little bit of warmth and that tape saturation style compression. You're going to see my attack peaks kind of die off a little bit and get a little warmer on the front end. Let's take a look at what we have just without the Deco, and then we'll add in the Deco on the back end. Now let's add in that Deco. Alright, now we'll give you a taste of everything together. I'll add in the delay, add in the reverb, and we'll make some music, huh? The world is changing. Guys, thanks so much for watching my video on my brand new pedal board. If you liked it, please consider subscribing. I make videos all the time. In fact, I'm planning on doing a full playthrough of that TBCO song, Fall. It'll be hitting your inboxes very shortly. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your day and go make an awesome pedal board just like me.